Rory Mcllroy, the defending Masters champion, entered the third round with a six-shot lead, and now is vanquished. Welcome to Sports News Flash at 12. I am your host, Miguel Mike Medina. We are entering the fourth and final day of the Masters tournament. Rory McIlroy, he had a dominant first two rounds, especially round two at Augusta. He was 12 under entering Saturday, and you fear the worst, and the worst happened. And now he will enter the final round on Sunday, tied with Cameron Young. Cameron Young, he played great. He was just sensational Saturday. As for Rory, things didn't go well for him. And unfortunately, we have seen this in the past from Rory that there's a blunder. Like it happened in the 2011 Masters, it happened in the 2022 British Open, and then the one that I'll never forget because it's when I started watching golf more frequent, the 2024 US Open, which he lost to Bryson DeChambeau. I started watching golf consistently from 2023 to present, and but I've seen the clips on YouTube about the 2011 Masters and so forth. So, but I really hope that Rory doesn't lose because although I like Cameron Young, he's well spoken, very humble. I like the kind of player that he is, and I wouldn't mind seeing him win. But seeing how Rory overcame so many obstacles, ever since he won the Masters last year, I feel that he has played more confident, more loose, and the way he looked the first two rounds, he was sensational. I really hope he doesn't become the second player in Masters history. The first one was in 1936 by Harry Cooper, in which they had a five-shot lead or more and then not end up winning the Masters. So I really hope that doesn't happen for Rory. So he has the final round. It's going to come down between him and Cameron Young. When it comes to any tournament, especially the Masters, you never want to count anyone out. So it should be a fascinating Sunday. It's gonna be, in my opinion, it's gonna be one or the other. Yes, Cameron Young has the momentum right now, but we can't count out Rory McIlroy just yet. Rory, he has a chance to join Tiger Woods, Jack Nicklaus, and Nick Faldo as the only golfers in history to win back-to-back Masters. The Denver Pioneers, they won their third NCAA men's hockey title in 5 years. Johnny Hicks, he was sensational in this game. He made 29 saves. Before this game, he had made 49 saves against Michigan. So he was named most outstanding player. And this comes after he received the honor in Denver's conference and regional tournaments. This story right here is very tragic. There were certain stories that I've heard in the past when it came to prospects coming from Dominican Republic. And I just hope that at some point the system, the situation gets fixed because I don't think it's right that certain scouts, certain people give supplements to teenagers from the Dominican Republic so then they can have a much better chance to reach the big leagues. And I'm sure that a lot of ball players coming out of the Dominican Republic have immense amount of pressure of so many people getting in their ear about do this, do that. But this story right here, it was published on ESPN about 4 or 5 days ago, and it just kept popping up on my feed. But I don't know, I don't know if it was laziness or it was just something that I just couldn't click on it. But then a friend of mine recently shared the link with me, and it's a pretty lengthy article. And I said, you know what? Let me take a look at this. So I'm gonna read you guys about the story to conclude Sports News Flash at 12 because it's very serious and it's sad too and unfortunate. One night, 2 summers ago, Ismael, the player's name of the teenager that passed away, his name is Ismael Ureña Perez. One night, 2 summers ago, Ismael returned home from a local baseball academy and vowed never to go back. The next morning, his family says Ismael's urine was red and his skin was jaundiced. He was rushed to a local hospital where he was placed in intensive care for 3 days before being transferred to a medically induced coma. Within 48 hours, on July 25th, 2024, Ismael died. His family believes his organs failed after he was repeatedly injected with performance-enhancing drugs at the academy. For months, his death swept the Dominican Republic, dominating headlines and sparking outrage across a nation that has long grappled with the exploitation of its baseball playing minors. It's a very unfortunate, messy situation. We see the success of both players such as Fernando Tatis Jr., Juan Soto, Vlad Jr., Ketel Marte, O'Neal Cruz. The list goes on and on. This is very sad. My heart goes out to Ismael's family. If baseball is what you love to do, be old fashioned. And I'm speaking to about team executives, all these people that are scouting and looking at these young ball players. Encourage these young players to have good character, have good behavior, learn the English language, inspire, motivate them to learn the English language because if they want to make it to the MLB, in my opinion, it is required, mandatory, it is essential, critical that you should study English, learn the language. I'm not going to mention names, but I've seen ball players, and I can only speak about my people, Dominican Republic. I've seen a lot of Dominican baseball players that they strike me as lazy in the sense that they've played years in the big leagues and they still have used an interpreter. It's not an excuse. There's no excuse. You got to learn the language. But back to, talking about when a player, a teenager, is trying to make it to the big leagues, is trying to get signed, trying to get a good contract. Executives prospect, they have to give good words of encouragement. Don't inject them. Don't motivate them to take this, take that. No, no, no. Put in the work, eat the right things, and stay away from supplements. It's better to stay away from it. Eat well, have good conduct, and just put in work. Put relentless amount of work. It's very disheartening when you read these kinds of stories. Again, as a person that's of Dominican descent, I really, really, really detest and despise when my people are making headlines or there's news about them for the wrong reasons. Even when they get to the big league level, when I hear certain players that they got suspended because they got caught with PEDs and stuff like that from, my own people, is a very sad day because Dominican football players, they are naturally gifted to play the sport. And there's just no reason why you have to do certain things that are completely out of character, such as injecting yourself, taking certain things that it may not be illegal in the country over there, but it could be illegal here and in the mobile system. So you just really have to be careful. You really have to be careful. And with these kids coming from DR, you have to be a good, you have to set a good example. But sometimes these executives, these team executives, these scouts, um, people that are in the circle of these young teenagers, they think about just money, money, money first to the point where they don't care if it'll fix their health. And I love money. I feel that money is spiritual. But when you do it for the wrong reasons, it is just not pleasant. It's not right. Well, guys, that does it for today's episode of Sports News Flash at 12. I'm here to announce that tomorrow will be a new episode of Sports News Flash at 12 to talk about the winner of the Masters. Everything that happened on round four, that's what I'm going to focus on tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Have a great Sunday, everyone. Be safe. And may God bless each and every one of you. Take care.